So I feel like I'm so far down here. Hold on. This will probably fall over any second. I'm sorry I haven't been around for about a week. It's just been a week from hell. I hope I didn't mislead anybody by my last video. I ain't going anywhere until YouTube finally throws me off, so they can get rid of that fucking idea. Oop, I said the F word in the first 5 minutes of my video. I guess I'm in big, big trouble. All right. I was like a jerk-off motion, by the way, in case you didn't. Maybe I wasn't transparent. This is like, yeah, until you ejaculate. I just thought you should know that. Also, really quickly, a special shout out to Tim and Carla Strait, who sent me a very nice Christmas card. I didn't thank you around Christmas because I wasn't home at Christmas, so I just got my mail. Long story. It's what happens when you do human trafficking. Ask Andrew Tate. Like, smuggling these 12 to 13-year-olds, it's not easy. You have to get them in the box. You have to tell them to stop crying or they'll never see their parents again, even though they aren't. I mean, it's really difficult. But what I wanted to talk about, because it's coming up tomorrow, is Martin Luther King Day. And I kind of almost toyed with naming this video, like the title, the thumbnail of this video is like, Martin Luther King sucks, just to get people mad at me. It's like automatically before they see it. Martin Luther King is stupid. Why I think Martin Luther King is overrated. But apparently in Boston, this was trending on Twitter about a day or two ago, they decided to make a beautiful statue representing Martin Luther King and his wife. And I was like, that's really sweet, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I started seeing things on Twitter like, GIFs and stuff of people going, me when I see the Martin Luther King and his wife's statue in Boston. And all these weird things like, what the fuck were they thinking? And I'm like, so I looked up an image of it. Now, on one side of it, it is still very half-assed. We're going to get into that in a second, this whole modern art bullshit movement. Modern art is garbage. That's what it is. You might as well, if you're going to say modern art, just say steaming shit. Just say it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's not, the fact that we pay people and buy shit. There's galleries. I was delivering at an art gallery. And I have another art gallery story come up after this. But, so, it's 2 videos today for you guys. Aren't you lucky? But yeah, I was delivering at an art gallery. And I see these fucking, with the signs and these pictures on the wall. It's like a 3-year-old could have painted it. It's like 2 red dots. And I'm not talking about Hindus. How dare you? I wasn't saying that at all. But it's like, like smears of crap or something like that. It's like, oh, this represents something. So it's $50,000. If you pay $50,000 for that type of shit, I'm not talking about a nice painting, but just crap like smeared on something or, a dirty tampon that like nailed to like a fucking wooden board that means something, you should be rounded up and shot. There should be another Holocaust for you. There, I said it. I don't care. They should do it. For every person who does modern art, we need camps again. But, so on the one side of the statue of Martin Luther King in Boston and representing his wife, it's kind of like hands holding, right? So that's one side of it. Keep in mind there's another side to the statue. I couldn't believe that no one who designed this didn't think of what this looked like. I'm going to put a thumbnail up. I'm almost afraid to because of what it looks like. But, I mean, it looks like 2 hands holding a big black dick. I mean, what the fuck is it? I started laughing. I have never read a Twitter post and laughed for about 6 minutes. Then looked at something else, came back to it and laughed again so hard. And I'm sitting there looking at it, what the fuck? Did nobody say, I mean, there had to be more than one person involved in making this statue, this tribute. Did nobody go later, check the other side? Yeah, the hands look great. Go on the other side. Hey, come here. Goatweed or whatever the artist's name is right here. Come here. This kind of, doesn't it look like a, what? Oh my God, how dare you? You can't, some bullshit like that. Oh my God, it looks like a dick. I would love to see Martin Luther King talk about that. I wish he was still alive today. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, my trouser trout is free at last. Maybe it was supposed to be that way. Maybe he was showing, look, you shut the fuck. Martin Luther King had the biggest black dick that you've ever seen in your entire life. All right, that's why he was assassinated. Somebody's like, that motherfucker's got a 14-incher? Are you kidding me? Kill him. Get rid of him. Just off him immediately, because he's gonna fuck my wife and he's gonna damage her. I swear to God, he's gonna put it in her. It's gonna be coming up out of her throat every time he thrusts. I want someday black people and white people to hold their hands together and to be able to sing that awesome, awesome Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, the big black dick is free at last. Look how girthy and big it is. I have to tell you, children, I might not make it to the mountaintop with you when they make the ultimate sculpture of my dick, which they will do someday, because it is vast, children. It is vast. But I want y'all to know that when you see it, you will be in awe of my fucking penis. You will all sit before it and gaze upon its glory. White, black, Puerto Rican, Hindu. Even though that's not a race, it's a religion. I just thought of that just now. I never said I was the brightest. I'm going to get in so much trouble for this fucking video. But Jesus Christ. What were you thinking? What were you fucking thinking? And I don't care. Other people are like, well, no, the other side, it's hands. You gotta come. It's two sides to the fucking statue. You gotta come from the other side. It looks like two hands. Tell me it doesn't look like that. Holding a big dick. Jesus Christ. Oh, Coretta couldn't take it. Anal was out of the question, children. It was never gonna happen. She had to take muscle relaxants every time I stuck it in her. One time, I just had to hit her on the head with a goddamn hammer before I fucked her. Why? Because I have a 14-inch dick, and that's soft. It's 24 inches, it's 2 feet, children. When I fucked her, I came so much I almost drowned the bitch. From inside a vagina, the semen was so great because I have such a long, big black dick that it carried all the way up to her esophagus. And she started coughing up white shit. And all of a sudden I realized it was my nut. Oh my God, listen, I love Martin Luther King. I'll kiss his black butt right now if he was here. I swear to God I would. He did a lot. He risked a lot. Love him. This is all in fun. But he probably did have a really big dick. You know, I mean, because didn't he like whore around a little bit? I've heard that. I heard that from black people, by the way. So don't get all like, well, you shouldn't say that and stuff like that. I had black friends who told me that Martin Luther King used to sleep around a lot. This was in college. I went for like a year. I dropped out because I realized, I'd owe money someday. And, me taking my major in gas pumping just didn't seem right. Didn't seem like an 8-year thing I needed to do. Free at last. But yeah, this is the problem with modern art. Because modern art is fucking stupid. And people like we in Chicago have this monstrosity, and I'll fight anybody on this saying that we have the bean. Has anybody heard of the bean? It's called Cloudgate. Everybody calls it bean because it looks like a fucking silver bean. They were talking forever about it's going to be this great, it's a really great artist going to debt this statue. It's going to be like people are going to come from all over the nation to see this statue. And the fact that people still go up to this reflective bean, it's a fucking bean, and sit there and take pictures baffles me. I don't care if I didn't live here. If I was like, hey, Jason, we're going to go see a major tourist attraction day. Okay, cool. What is it? We're going to go see the bean. Unless it's a Mexican jumping bean and it's coming out of, some Taiwanese girl's vagina, I don't want to see it. I don't care. Unless she can shoot it like right into my mouth, from 50 feet, I'm not interested. Me no gusta. Right? What are you talking about? But yeah, so, well, that was my way of honoring Martin Luther King. But seriously, I hope you all have a really good Martin Luther King Day. And let's thank God Almighty that the penis is free. At least we can now realize, why he carried such a heavy burden. It wasn't just racism. That dick weighed him down. I mean, when he was marching, he probably tipped over like a cow. All right. Yeah, I'm done. I promise. I mean, on camera at least. I'm still going to talk about it to myself. But have a great day. And, oh, by the way, please remember, because this is important now, I've been told, like, subscribe, and share, because I need to get back in the algorithm more or something like that. Like, some of my videos have been tanking or, like, threatening to disappear. YouTube might make videos disappear if they don't have enough views. So, if you can, just like, subscribe if you haven't, and tell your friends, hey, watch this psychotic, annoying asshole who looks like he's on meth. William. Later.